Hey there and happy Wednesday. So earlier today I was out and about running errands, and it's so unusually nice to be running errands and not being bundled up. I have to almost go, it's February and not April. And so I almost feel like I miss Valentine's Day or something because it seems like it's so much further along in the year than what it truly is. So coming to you today, and I kind of want to make this one snappy because I have a little 1-month-old coming over to visit grandma pretty soon. And so I just want to, drop everything and just hold her the whole time. Shh, don't tell the parents that I hold her all the time. All right. So I am bringing you card number 2 here for Dawn Earlbeck's virtual stamp party. And I'm taking the Submarine Life bundle, flipping the Submarine over and making a blimp for you guys today. If you're at my open house, I kind of told some of you oh, wouldn't that be fun to kind of use the cloud paper and make that happen with the sunny days and everything. And so for those of you that haven't watched my previous video from last week, how I made a submarine and those at the open house got to make that card, I will show that to you here in a second. Yeah, I do have it, so I can show you. So let me get my camera turned around here so that you can see the card as is. And I kind of played around with this a little bit too as I was making it, so I can kind of show you a couple different versions of what I had going on here too. So this was my original, and actually I kind of moved that because I had this poking up, and you can kind of see I bent that. I had the flag coming out the bottom of my little blimp there, but it kind of felt like, okay, there's when it was just on the back there was just too much gray space, like literally gray space because it's gray there, and it just kind of looked a little naked and such. And so then I moved it over, and then I wasn't sure, I felt like a blimp could look like that, but this is a card I'm going to make for you guys. So I did add the propeller because it just looked like the blimp needed a little bit more oomph to push it across my card. So you can kind of see I made a couple different versions here. Basically the bottom is the same, but like the blimp, I thought, oh, if I put these little sequins in the windows, will it look more like windows, like seeing a little bit of a reflection there. And like I said, I did like just adding a little bit more color by adding the prop there and the flag too. So that's how you can see that. I see some of you are joining, and that's good. Hi there, Sally. Good to see you on here. So this was the Submarine card made from the open house. So you can kind of see the periscope there and that. And so, of course, the Submarine wants to see out to the top. So that's where it's flipped around because I actually Googled blimp images, and so that's where you see that people can look out to the bottom that are driving the blimp instead of up here. It's more important to look down there. So same punch and everything, that's how it works. All right, so let me put down that card, and like I said, I'm going to make this one here, so I'm going to set that aside. So let me see. Before we get started, I want to show you, this is that Sunny Days Designer Series paper. And I've been doing all sorts of stuff with this lately, and enjoying it, like the strawberries. That was a card. It's a card I'm going to show you. I've been showing it at classes, and some of you got to make cards with it. It's just such a fun, bright one, and you can see all sorts of pieces here, so that's a good sign that I've been digging into this paper set. And so with this, I have this cloud paper, and I was really torn there. Do I want to use this side with the clouds, or do I want to use this side with the clouds? And so I chose this because I felt like my blimp might get lost in this. Maybe I'll turn it over as I'm, if I remember. I'm always one to think, oh, I should turn that around and show you the difference as I'm making it. And then I start making the card and forget all about it. And start gluing down my stuff or taping it down. Hello there, Tori from sunny Orlando. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, Tori from sunny Orlando, even when you come back to Minnesota. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I cut this apart to make the most of this side of the paper. So this is Sunny Days. It is free from Celebration with a $50 order, and there's kind of a pretty distinct line here that I can cut this at, and then that's going to leave me after I cut this off, and this is like another piece for a different day, or of course I can use that there too, like I said. And so that's going to be just set aside, and then what's left is 8.5 inches. So I'm going to cut that exactly in half at the 4 1/4. And so then I'll have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, because I'm going to cut this now into 4-inch sections here. So that'll give me 3 of those, like so. So now I've got this as the beginning of my card, and so I will set that aside just to kind of give you an idea of how that came to be. And then the other piece that I'm using is also from Sunny Days, and I've just been waiting like for the perfect time to use this. It's kind of got the base of the color being shaded spruce, and then pulling in like some of the lighter pool party, and just enough pop of white and pop of black to make it just gorgeous. And so I was like, okay, how do I make this to be the most? And I'm probably going to come up with other ideas too, because if I pair it with darker colors, it makes this pop. If I pair it with lighter colors, it makes it pop in a great way too. So it's really neat. And then the back side of this also has those fun rainbows too, and all sorts of different shades of like pool party and shaded spruce. Same paper pack, the Designer Series paper, Sunny Days, free from Celebration there as well. Okay, and then the card base is going to be Smoky Slate, folding this way today. This section, like I said, is 4 1/4 by 4, and then this one I cut 4 by 3 inches. And then what I'm going to do first, before I assemble anything, is get out my basic borders dies. So these are in the annual catalog, and I love these dies. You can almost tell how much I love them because even my stickiness isn't sticky anymore. So I've got 5 that I'm not using today, and then the one that I'm using today is the clouds, and I'm actually putting the clouds on this to make it kind of look like rounded bushes. I could have made it just be like a hill, like a rounded hill with this one, but I kind of liked the little bit of fluffiness that giving the cloud look made it look like rounded bushes from the ground there. So this I'm going to take and put through my cut and emboss machine here. And I don't want it to go down too much, or it'll leave a gap in between my cloud paper and that. So I kind of want to go kind of towards the top like so, and kind of even, maybe a little bit more like that. There we go. And but nothing specific. Just know that I started with a piece that was 3 inches tall by 4 inches across there, like so. And then we have that look just like that. And if you look closely, I don't know if my light will do that. What I like about these dies too is it leaves a little stitched edge, which is kind of fun too. Hey there, Pam. Thanks for joining in. All right. So I'm just going to take this paper now and tack that down here at the top. Getting to be crooked and it wanted to stick. And then I'm going to take this next section here and just tape that down as well across the bottom. So I just kind of eye so that I've got kind of that pleasing to the eye 1/4 inch across the bottom and across the top, but no direct measurements for that, just kind of eyeing it like so. So now we've got the basis of this landscape of the like the flowers on the ground, and now the clouds in the air. And I think to start with, I'm going to go right after my blimp. My Smoky Slate ink pad, shockingly, got red ink in it at my open house. So that tells you what color was used at my open house. And so I had to like blot it with a towel to try and soak up as much of my Smoky Slate ink off of the pad. So people are like, yeah, what do you do when that happens? So it was kind of a learning moment of, hey, I can tell you what I do when that happens. So in case that happens to you by accident. So that's what I did. And then I re-inked it with Smoky Slate ink. And so it's a little bit juicier than what I would normally want for it, but it works. So I'm just going to set that on there. And because this is a more solid stamp here, I'm going to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat instead of just my glass cutting mat. I'm gonna see how I like that. There we go. Okay, I do like how that turned out. My first couple ones, after I re-inked, kind of had like loose edges on it just because it was a little too wet. All right, and then with my Submarine Life Builder punch, this punch, I just think it is so adorable. I just am so happy that they came out with a punch for this set, because it's just so fun and easy. So there we have like the submarine, but like I said, we're going to turn that around and make it be a blimp today. Just going to get rid of those extra pieces that like to fly. And then let's take and build the other pieces too. So the shaded spruce, I'm pulling that in because that's going to coordinate with the DSP down here. So I'm going to take, and this is where I look and go, okay, my propeller has that little bump at the top, so let me feed that accordingly here. And so I'm just going to go stamp that out with my bump at the top here and feed that in and get it centered. There we go. And that's ready to go. And then the other one, so that's the periscope. That's the other part of the punch. But one of the stamps here, oh, I forgot to show you where it came from. It is, I have it ready over here. So that way, I always like to show you what's included in the stamp set. So it's on page 52. You can see the bundle there. Lots of stamps in there, and I kind of showed it to you last week. So I'm pulling the flag out instead of the periscope image that way for today's card, and lots of nice greetings that go with it too. So that's where you'll find that. And so I'm just going to stamp this out also in that shaded spruce color, and then just give it an easy cutout, fussy cut. So super easy just to kind of, oops, follow along, kind of land locked my scissors there. I'm just going to go around the edges like so. Yeah, so as I'm cutting this, knowing my granddaughter was coming over, I was going to almost put off doing my video so that you could see her and I could pass her off to my husband, but I'm not sure when he's coming home. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get this video in before it gets too late too. So, all right, so we've got all of those pieces there now. And next I'm going to stamp the greeting. Oh, that's also going to be in that same shaded spruce. And this says floating by just to say hi. The fun thing about this is that floating by can be in the water and it can be in the air. So it's a great sentiment for this type of stamp set too. So I'm pulling in now my cloud punch for that. And the cloud punch is from the annual catalog. And so I'm just going to center that kind of in there like so and give that a punch as well. Okay, so I got that. So now it's just finishing the assembly here. So let me get this out. And I like to stress to people, this is not like one of those silicone mats. So don't feel like, oh, I can do all my gluing and everything on here, because the glue won't just come off. I've tried to wash it off after classes and such, and it's very hard to get off. So this is not your like your creating mat at all. It's just for stamping. It's for piercing, things like that. So if you have one, you can treat yours like that, and that's fine. I don't like it when people do that to mine because the glue is hard to get off. Let's be honest. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to flip this over and then put some dimensionals on there like so. And I think about 3 will do the trick here. I'm going to pull the backs off as I put them on. There. All right, so I'm going to kind of put this up and into the corner and kind of also go outside of the lines a little bit and make the picture kind of come to life more by putting that over onto the edge, and it gives me more space for my blimp here when I get that going. Hey there, Barb. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining in. All right, so let's start building this blimp here. Like I said, that's where the people sit to look. So we've got it upside down submarine. And I'm just going to grab my mini glue dots here. And where's my first one? I'm going to put this here and one here. And so I've got this for the flag and this for the propeller, like so. Okay, and that sticks together perfect. And I'm going to take some mini dimensionals now and put those on the propeller here and the other side of the propeller, so that way that sticks up. And then I'm going to put one on the flag here like so, and just some regular dimensionals then on the rest of that. And then we'll be about done with not only the blimp, but building the whole card like so. Okay, so I've got that, and ta-da, we've got that just like so, and now that's going to fit on my card like that. And I love how all those colors come together, both the smoky slate with the card base and the greens coming together too. Thanks, Sally. Now, to finish this off with some embellishments, I have chosen today the adhesive back sequins trio. So there was some pretty bright pink ones, some pretty dark green ones, and just some kind of lighter white ones. So I'm going to start with a couple of the dark green here and just kind of pick some flowers to accent with that, and then some smaller, lighter flowers for the smaller sequins that way. So I'm putting on about 4 sequins for that, just to give it a little bit of extra decoration there. And then, like I said, I thought it was kind of fun to take the little smaller white ones for the windows. So it kind of looks like there's windows there in the on the side, or it can be just for decoration that way too. So that completes the front side of the card. And now for the inside, I'll make that quick and easy, and it's going to be a birthday card for Dawn's card number 2. So I'm just going to stamp out happy birthday here in that shaded spruce, floating by to say hi, happy birthday. And then I'll just take my adhesive here for that. And I think there's a lot going on the outside of the card, so I'm just going to leave the happy birthday be just like so. So we've got that. There you go. All right, let me get this flipped around. So let me just end by saying card number 2 for Dawn's party. I heard the door open, so that means granddaughter's here. So I got the card squeezed in time. That is her host code. Thank you so much for those of you that have already ordered to help her party out. You'll be getting all 3 of the cards that I'm making. So there's going to be one more today besides, tomorrow besides the one today and the one yesterday too. So that's how you'll get the 3 cards, is with a minimum $25 purchase using her host code. If you need any help ordering, let me know and I can help you do that too. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.